Hey, everybody. Welcome to Google Field Day, day one. I think it's July 15th. I'm not sure. This is a recorded session, so don't try to talk to me because I won't be able to hear you. My name is William Stein. I am the Director of Technology for the MSD of Mount Vernon. Been here about 30 years. I'm going to jump right into this. I got some housekeeping, but like I said, my name is William Stein. Follow me on Twitter at William A. Stein. And if you enjoy the session or if you don't, tweet about me if you're a Twitter user. Use the hashtag Google Field Day. And again, my handle is at William A. Stein. Hope you enjoy the class today. So, prerequisites. We need you in front of a computer, laptop, MacBook, Chromebook. Steer clear of using, and the class today is Gmail and calendaring, by the way. Steer clear of using the Gmail or Google Calendar app on an iPhone for this class or any phone or iPad. Stick with just a standard Chrome browser on one of the computers I mentioned. And we need you logged into your Google account. If you don't have a Google account, pause this video, go to accounts.google.com and sign up for a free account. It's accounts.google.com/sign up to sign up for a new account. So, yeah, and I'll be talking about pausing a lot, maybe not a lot, but I will encourage you to pause and try the things that I'm showing you. If I mumble or I talk too fast like I am right now, you may rewind and listen to me again talk fast. So please, to get the most out of it, please feel free to stop, start, and, stuff like that. So we got a lot to cover. I'm going to be pretending like y'all never seen Gmail or Google Calendar before. So this is going to be very basic, but hopefully beneficial for you. July 15th at 9:30 a.m. I will be holding a live Q&A so you can talk to me. It's in the schedule, the Google Field Day schedule. The Google Meet is, and you just hop on there at 9:30 and I'll be waiting here, hopefully. If I'm not, somebody call me. But 9:30, I'll be here for, I believe, a half hour answering your questions. If you need to reach me in other ways, you can always email me at steinwa@mvschool.org. All right, well, let's hop into Gmail. We're going to go to the Google screen here. You're familiar with that. There's a couple ways to get to Gmail. A lot of people go up here to these dots. These dots have a name. I have no idea what it's called, but I call them it's the dots. The dots on the right. Here you can click on Gmail to get to Gmail, but I'm old school, been doing this a long time. I just go up and type the URL, gmail.com. You can always get to it just by typing gmail.com. Loads your Gmail. This is your inbox. You can see messages that are bold, messages that are not bold. Bold ones, as you might have guessed, have not been read, and the messages that are not bold have not been read by me. This is my inbox. I've got, look at that, 170,000 messages. Unbelievable. I don't delete my messages. Gmail doesn't cost anything and it's unlimited storage. So why am I going to spend time deleting messages? I got other stuff to do, like this wonderful class. So that's your inbox. If you want to see the messages that you have sent to other people, you can go to Sent, and you can see the messages that you've sent to other people. Pretty great. Reading messages. So I'll go back to the inbox. If we wanted to read a message, we could. This is a message from Amy Moore. She's with 5 Stars. She is also training at Google Field Day, and she's going to be my test dummy today. I told her she's featured in my training session, and she is assuming she's famous. I don't know how many listeners are out there, watchers are out there, but apparently she's famous now because of this session. That's the inbox. That's how you read a message. You can go back to your inbox by clicking on that little arrow. Same thing with the sent. You can go to sent and you can read the message that you sent. Just like that. Okay, so that's inbox, sent box, and reading messages. Let's compose an email. Well, if you've used other email programs, it's pretty straightforward. There it is. You type in to. If you want to type in the email address, I'm going to type in Amy's again. And you can carbon copy people. You can blind carbon copy people. I may stutter. I may say the wrong thing. Not the wrong thing, but I'm only going to record this once, so I'm just going to keep going. So if someone walks in my office, I'll just tell them to leave, and we'll just keep going. Very informal. That's some style. So that's how you type in the email address, and then etiquette says always type the subject name in, and if you don't, I think Google will bark at you and say, hey, yo, forgot the subject name. It's not cool. Yeah, hi again. I always do a little bill at the end. And yeah, boom. Okay, so that's how you send a message. Isn't that beautiful? Formatting messages. Once again, this is just like a little word processor. This is a test. You can select, just by dragging your mouse, holding the button down. You can bold, you can italicize, you can make it bigger. Notice how the T has not been affected by my formatting because it was not selected. The other thing you can do is this is a nice, cool window. It's nice and small. I can still see all my messages over here. Like if a new one come in, while I'm typing a message, I can see it. That's cool. Sometimes you need a little more space to work with. You just hit the little arrows there, and it gives you a nice big window. You can see all the options. You can center, you can do bullets, paragraphs, all sorts of fun stuff. Some of these features down here are some that you'll use. Attaching emails is something we've all been doing for a million years. Attaching, PDFs or what have you. It's pretty old school, but people do it. Inserting links if you wanted to, if I wanted to tell somebody about the Cubs website, I could just go Cubs and down here type Cubs.com. Guess what? Here it is. It's a hyperlink. Now they can just click on it and they can go read about the greatest baseball team that's ever lived. Every year. You can do emojis. You can do. You can link to a Google document. So if you've taken some classes or you're going to take some classes on Google Docs and Google Sheets and all that, you can link to the documents. That way, you guys can collaborate on it, perhaps. Picture. I encourage you to pause, maybe play around, and send a message to somebody. You can send it to me, steinwa@mvschool.org. Or if you have a question, you can just go ahead and ask it, I guess. So yeah, that is composing a message. Composing and formatting. Responding to emails. So it's pretty straightforward. You open the message, you're like, hey, she's famous. I think maybe I did this already, but you just click on reply. You want to make sure you notice if there's multiple recipients. Maybe you should do a reply all. Maybe all those people need to know that Amy is famous if there was multiple people on here. If you want to do that, you go to the three dots. And if there were multiple people, it would say reply all right under reply. I'll show you. This one. Reply to all. You can also forward messages. If I just wanted to take that message and be like, I'm just going to forward it to somebody else. And then you could, just type in the person's name here. Notice how the subject isn't there because it's taking the subject from the message you're forwarding. If you do want to see that, you can always click edit subject and you can change it. But see how it's put the word forward in front of it. And then that message is kind of scrolling down. It's down there. That's how you forward a message. Pretty great, I know. So that's responding to emails. It's pretty great, pretty simple. And like I said, this basically is a website. So the email is not stored on your computer or your Chromebook. Stored in the cloud. So welcome to the cloud. It's very soft and fluffy up here. Let's talk about messages, organizing your messages. So people like to call all of these folders. I mean, in old email systems or different email systems, that's what they are. I guess that's what they are. They're folders. Gmail does it a little differently, and it's important to understand because it will make sense. Because you're really not moving. When you move something to a different folder, you're really not moving it. You're just putting a different label on it. So inbox is actually a label. Sent is actually just a label. The messages actually only reside in one folder. One folder. And you know what that folder name is? Where is it? Way down here. All mail. All mail. So that's all your messages all thrown together and in sequential order. And they'd have different labels on them. And that's how Gmail organizes your mail for you. But if you want to think of them as folders and that helps you, that's fine too. But we're gonna create a label, and then we're gonna move something into it. So how do you create a label? I'm gonna go back down where I was. Click on more. And I'd like you to try this after I show you how. Create label. And let's do so we lead. And hit create. Okay. And let's say we want to move Amy's message because she's so famous over to that new label. Well, let's make sure it's there first. What do we call it? So we lead. I don't know how it'll alphabetize that. Maybe it'll be at the top. Wouldn't that be cool? Well, there it is. So there it is. Are there messages in it? No, there's no messages in it because we just created it. And let's take her message. We're going to click select. Okay. And then we are going to move it. Nope, that's not it. Move. Which one are you? Bum, bum, bum. There it is. Move to. Now, even Google is using the word move. It's really not moving it. If you think of it as like a big box of mail, some of them mail is coming in, some of them is going out. Mail with get some labels. There's some red labels and some blue labels. The red ones are for mail coming in, and you go through it and you put a red label on it. But the mail stays in that box, and the messages or the mail that is outgoing, you'd put a blue dot on those. It's just a label. So I'm going to move it into there, and let's see if it made it to its final destination. There it is. There it is. Unbelievable. Check time. Okay. So that is organizing your messages. I don't organize my messages. I have 170,000 messages, and I just leave them all in the inbox or the sent box. If I need to find something, I don't want to have to remember what label I put it in. I don't, there's a lot of them here, and I don't really use them. They've been there forever. Look at them all. So I just leave all my messages in the inbox, and I just search for whatever I need. And I use this as a memory tool. If I need to remember what I told somebody something 2 years ago, let's say I'm talking about an iPad, I can just type in iPad and then be like, okay, so it was, I can just scroll. Of course, there's lots of messages with the word iPad in it, but I can just search for messages I need. That works for me, but other people want to delete messages and move them into labels and folders. If that's your jam, that's how you do it. It's not me. Okay, so that is organizing messages and creating labels. Preferences, I believe the preferences are right up here. Nope, that's not it. My apologies. Come on, Bill. Come on, Bill. See all settings. There we go. So let's go back and do that again. Looks like they may have changed a little bit on me. But to go into Gmail settings, we'll notice it gives you a couple like easy things to change. But then if you want to really get into the nitty gritty of your email, here it is. You can see there's lots of different choices. I can't go through all of these. We'll be doing another class on advanced, but the big ones are your signature. So it's always good to have a signature in your email. Sorry, my light goes off when I don't move a lot. That's at the bottom that has your name, that has so lead has your name and has your title, maybe your phone number. That way people can see that there. And IT guy. Yeah, so that's how you do a signature. I would encourage you to go in and play around. You can't really hurt anything. I mean, not really. So that's where you go to get to your settings. All right, just checking time again. I want to make sure I stay within the thing, the 30 minutes. Just real quick, if there was a message that you thought was a spam message, got one earlier that I was like, I don't know who that is. Tough Shirts has emailed me. I don't know who you are, Tough Shirts, but you're a face mask supplier, and I'm really not. I mean, I got my face mask. So you just open the message, and you're like, you can delete it, but you can also report it as spam. Or if it's a phishing message, you can report that as well. The difference is, if you don't know, phishing messages are emails that are trying to fish you for personal information so they can steal your identity and ruin your life. A little hint there from Uncle Bill. Okay, and then another one that I find very, very powerful is, again, I have memory problems because I'm old, and I can send myself a message or send someone else a message. Like, there's some people I don't want to send messages to at night because they'll read it at night and then they'll forget that I asked them to do something. So I send it. I schedule it to be sent to them the next day. You can do that very easily with Gmail, just by instead of hitting send, you hit schedule send. Of course, I didn't put a person up here. There's a person. Schedule send. 8 a.m. in the morning. I won't do that to her because she's probably getting tired of my messages. Okay, so yeah, that's some fun, easy, basic stuff you can do in Gmail. So yeah, play around with that. Now we're going to jump into Google Calendar. Google Calendar. Oh man, so fun. So Google Calendar can be accessed by clicking on the little dots again, and it'll open up a new window with your calendar. We'll see lots of appointments, lots of different things happening. I've got multiple calendars, and people wonder what I do all day. This is it. The calendars that are checkmarked are calendars that you see over here, so they're color coded. So the purple is my main calendar, and all these other ones you don't see because they're not checkmarked information system. So if I was to uncheck that, those appointments would disappear. And we'll talk about calendars a little bit. I mean, making your own calendars inside your calendar a little bit later. But we're going to work on first is opening the calendar, which we just did, and then moving through time. That's what I say in the views. So to move through time, if you're we're looking at the monthly calendar. I'm not sure what you're looking at. It may default to something else. So click up here on this pull down and match it with mine. Just click month and it should look like mine. You can also do day, so you just see the day, okay? You also can go back to month. You can also do the week. So I can see what's going on for the week. Sometimes I look at that on Friday for the next week. I'm like, all right, I got that on that day. I got that on that day. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to take off. I don't want to work. So moving through time, the arrows can take you to the next week. If you're on the month, you can go to the next month. You can go way in the future. You can actually go to year. This is fun, right? Year. Oh man, you can really go way in the future. Schedule some stuff. Maybe I'll schedule that day off in 2023. And if you get lost in 2023 or 2022, you can always hit today and it'll take you right back to today. Whatever today happens to be. And as you can tell, I'm not too bad of a procrastinator. I'm doing this video a week early. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So, back to Gmail. Let's go back to the monthly calendar because that's what I like to see. Let's create an event. We're gonna create an event, and we're gonna have dinner. Okay, we're gonna have dinner. We're gonna have dinner at 2. Nope. We're gonna have dinner at. Go ahead and try this. Pause if you want. Have dinner at 6 o'clock. You know what? Let's just grill out. We're gonna grill out. Make this fun. Tonight I'm grilling out. Why I say tonight is it says July 8th, but if I wanted to change it and grill out tomorrow, I just click on the date and click on a different date. I can grill out in 2023. It's going to be amazing. Right there. Okay. And then you can add a guest. I'm going to add Amy because we're going to grill out together because that's what we do. We eat and we grill. It's fabulous. So yeah, so we're going to invite her, and then we're going to, when I hit save, I could also add a location. So I could type in my home address here, and you guys could all show up. Or you could just type in the name of a building, what have you. You can also create a virtual grill out, and that's where the Google Meet link is created. That's one way to create it. So if we wanted to do a Google Meet link, that'll show up in Amy's invite, and she can just click on it, and it's a beautiful thing. She can just join the virtual grill out, and she can eat her veggie burger, and I can eat my grilled chicken, and all will be good in the world. So yeah, that's grilling out. We'll save that, and then would you like to send an invitation? So yes, we want to send her an invitation. Where will that invitation go? It will go into her Gmail. Boop. Okay, and just get a little warning here that I'm inviting someone to a grill out that's not in my organization, which is a no-no. I'm kidding, it's not. It just wants to make sure you're inviting someone to whatever, and it's not a mistake. I bet we can turn that off, but I don't know how. This is the basics class. Okay. So that's an appointment that we're gonna act on tonight. So that's how you create an event. Let's see, other calendar stuff. So let's talk about creating your own calendar. So why would you want to create your own calendar? Well, here's some examples. Biggest example I have is William Stein's Leave Time. So I created this calendar, kind of overlays on top of my regular calendar. And looks like I didn't take any days off yet in July, but I know I did in June because I had to take some before the end of July or end of June. So you can see when I'm clicking, there's some things changing. It's a little grayed out because we're looking at stuff in the past. But I use Williamstein's leave time to schedule my vacation days or schedule my personal days. And you're like, why don't you just put it on your regular calendar, Bill? That seems dumb. Well, I take this calendar and I share it with human resources so they're able to keep track of the vacation days I took. So because they need that information. So they don't see my entire calendar. They only see Williamstein's leave time calendar. Pretty cool, huh? The other thing is you can share a calendar with your spouse or girlfriend. I share a calendar with Amy. She can put things on the calendar. I can put things on the calendar. So we're not having to like call or email each other about something. We just look at our joint calendar and we can both edit it. It's a beautiful thing if you like being organized. I like it, but I'm not really good at it. So that's how you use multiple calendars. Transportation's another calendar we share here in Mount Vernon. The transportation calendar is where I go to see if the school district car is reserved by somebody else, or if I want to reserve it, I can just go to the transportation calendar. Look, there's right up here. It looks like Leanne Latchai used car number 1 on June 1st. June 2nd. So if I wanted the district car on that day, car number 1, I would know that it's not available. Or if I wanted to create a calendar event, let's do that real quick. I can create a calendar event, I'm going to use car number 2. Whoops, that's Cerna's birthday. Car number 2 on June 1st. And then notice how it's kind of defaulted to Williamstein. That's my main calendar. But if I do one of these, I can go find transportation and I can put that appointment just on that calendar. You can notice you don't see it there, but if I go click on 2 more, you should see it. So I don't know what date I put on there. It may have gone to today. Let's see it just for fun. Sure. Well, I don't know where it went, but that's the idea. Play around with that because the calendaring in this in Google is just amazing. So if you want to create your own calendar, I believe you just click on the plus here. You can click create. There we go. And if I wanted to make a calendar for the Cubs and put all their games in there, which actually you can subscribe to that, but this is just an example. You can give a description, but I'm not very descriptive. You create a calendar and let's see. Let's just go back and see if it's there. Cubs, it's purple. So now I can come in and create a new appointment, and I can say game 1, whatever day. What is it? July 23rd? Is that when the season starts, people? Wow, really? I probably got it wrong. Maybe it's 26th. Anyway, let's just pretend. Against the Brewers. Brewers. And I want to put that on Cubs, right? Oops. Let's click on the arrow. Cubs. I can make that purple color. I can make that blue. But we're kind of short on time here. All right, so that's how you create calendars. And remember, if you want to see that calendar, you click the little doohickey. Here it is. See how it shows up? And then I click the arrow and it goes away. Yay! Play around with that. It's really cool. Well, that's pretty much the calendar. Boy, I really, there's a lot more features in both Gmail and Calendar, but I don't have enough time to, there's the timer. I hope everyone enjoyed the session. Please tweet at a Google Field Day, hashtag Google Field Day. Have a great rest of the conference. And if you're going to be there at 9:30, I'd love to talk to you some more about this or whatever your problems are. Everyone have a great and fabulous a day. I don't know how to turn Screencastify off.